Your home is your sacred space, your sanctuary of peace. It should be filled with light, love, and harmony. But what if I told you that certain objects could be blocking that peace? That some things you keep in your home may be holding on to negative energy, weighing down your spirit, and even attracting dark forces. You see, energy is real. Everything around you carries a vibration, either lifting you higher or pulling you down. And when you unknowingly invite negativity into your space, it can manifest as fear, anxiety, tension, and even misfortune. Today, I want to help you clear your home, cleanse your energy, and protect your sacred space. Let's uncover the 6 types of items that can attract unwanted energies into your home, and what you can do to remove them. Everything holds energy. Every object, every space, every item in your home has absorbed the emotions, experiences, and vibrations of the past. Some things radiate love, warmth, and peace, while others carry shadows of pain, sorrow, and trauma. Often we hold on to objects without realizing the weight they carry. We keep things because they belonged to someone we cared about, because they were expensive, or simply because we have become used to their presence. But what if those very objects are holding on to energy that no longer serves us? Think about the things in your home that bring back difficult memories. Perhaps it's an old piece of jewelry from a relationship that ended in heartbreak. Maybe it's a piece of furniture that belonged to someone who lived a life filled with struggle and sadness. It could even be an item that was in your home during a particularly painful period of your life. These objects carry the energetic imprint of those experiences. Every time you look at them, touch them, or even walk past them, they subtly remind your subconscious of those emotions. And without realizing it, you may be allowing that energy to linger in your space, affecting your mood, your thoughts, and your overall well-being. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with heavy stones. Each stone represents a painful experience, a loss, or a past trauma. Over time, you get used to the weight. You may not even realize how much it's slowing you down, but the moment you take that backpack off, the relief is undeniable. The lightness is instant. The same is true for the energy in your home. When you remove objects that carry the energy of past trauma, you make space for healing, for new beginnings, and for positive transformation. Some objects hold trauma in a very obvious way. A wedding ring from a failed marriage, a letter from someone who hurt you deeply, a piece of clothing from a time in your life when you felt lost or broken. These items are tied to specific memories, and every time you see them, they reopen old wounds. But other objects may hold energy in ways that aren't as obvious. Second-hand items, antiques, or things that once belonged to others may carry the emotions and experiences of their previous owners. If an object came from someone who lived in sadness, fear, or turmoil, that energy can still linger, even if you don't consciously feel it. This is why it is so important to tune into your intuition. Walk through your home and notice how each object makes you feel. Pick things up and pay attention to the energy they carry. Do they bring you joy? Do they make you feel heavy? Do certain items bring back painful memories or create an unexplained sense of unease? Your soul knows the truth, even if your mind tries to ignore it. Trust that feeling. Letting go of objects tied to past trauma is an act of self-care. It is not about forgetting or pretending the past didn't happen. It is about choosing to release the pain while keeping the wisdom. The memories that matter will always stay with you, but you do not need to hold on to physical reminders of suffering. You deserve a space that nurtures you, that fills you with light, that allows you to step into your highest self without the weight of yesterday pulling you back. If you find it difficult to let go, start small. Pick one item, just one, that no longer serves you. Hold it in your hands and thank it for whatever role it played in your life. Acknowledge that it has served its purpose, and now it is time to release it. You can donate it, throw it away, or even perform a small ritual of letting go. Burn a candle, say a prayer, or simply speak words of release. I free myself from the energy of the past. I invite peace, love, and light into my home. As you begin to clear these objects from your space, you will feel the shift. Your home will start to feel lighter. You will notice a sense of ease, a new clarity, a deeper sense of peace. And the beautiful thing is, once you create space, the universe fills it with something better. New opportunities, new blessings, new love. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you make room for what is meant for you. Your home should be a sanctuary, a place where you feel safe, uplifted, and at peace. Every object within it should contribute to that energy. Surround yourself with things that bring joy, that carry love, that make you feel whole. And for anything that carries the weight of the past, give yourself permission to release it. Because you are not your past. You are not your pain. You are a being of light, and you deserve a space that reflects that truth. Every object carries energy. Some radiate warmth, peace, and love, while others hold on to fear, pain, and darkness. Whether we realize it or not, the items we keep in our homes influence our thoughts, emotions, and overall well-being. Just as certain objects can uplift us, there are also those that weigh us down, attracting negativity and creating an atmosphere of unease. Symbols of darkness and negativity are more than just physical items. They are energetic gateways that can disrupt the harmony of our space and invite lower vibrations into our lives. Many people unknowingly bring symbols of negativity into their homes, thinking they are harmless decorations or interesting artifacts. But everything holds meaning, whether conscious or subconscious. Artwork depicting violent or disturbing imagery can subtly plant seeds of fear or distress in the mind. Statues, charms, or relics tied to dark histories or rituals can carry residual energy that lingers, affecting the atmosphere of a home. Even items associated with people who were surrounded by negative emotions, such as objects from someone who lived in deep sorrow, anger, or fear, can carry that energy forward. Symbols are powerful because they communicate directly with the subconscious mind. They bypass logic and reasoning, influencing emotions and thoughts in ways we may not immediately recognize. A symbol of fear, even if not consciously acknowledged, can create an undercurrent of anxiety. A symbol of despair can subtly drain one's motivation and joy. Over time, these energies accumulate, creating an environment where stress, tension, and negativity thrive. It's important to develop awareness of what is present in our space. Some symbols of darkness are obvious, like objects associated with harmful practices or imagery that evokes distress. Others are more subtle, hidden in everyday objects that carry a vibration that does not align with peace and well-being. A person may keep a certain sculpture, piece of jewelry, or ancient artifact without realizing that it holds an unsettling energy. If an object brings discomfort, unease, or even unexplained fear, it is worth examining its origins and the feelings it evokes. Not all darkness presents itself in obvious ways. Some objects may have been created with intentions that were not aligned with light. If an item was crafted in pain, fear, or negative energy, it carries that essence. For example, certain talismans or charms designed to protect against harm may actually keep a person in a constant state of fear and defensiveness, reinforcing the very energy they were meant to guard against. The same applies to certain cultural artifacts or symbols used in rituals where the energy behind them was not pure. Sometimes an object's energy is not about what it represents, but about how it was used. A book, a piece of furniture, or even a simple household item that was present during times of deep sorrow, violence, or emotional turmoil may hold on to those vibrations. A home filled with such objects can feel heavy, stagnant, or even suffocating without a clear reason. Becoming aware of these energies is the first step in reclaiming the peace of your space. If something in your home does not feel right, trust your intuition. Walk through your space and take notice of how each item makes you feel. If you sense an object carrying an unsettling energy, consider whether it truly belongs in your home. There is no need to keep something just because it has been in your possession for years, was expensive, or was a gift. Your well-being is far more valuable than any material item. Cleansing your space from symbols of darkness and negativity is not just about removing physical objects. It is about shifting the energy of your home to support peace, love, and clarity. If you decide to let go of certain items, do so with intention. Thank them for their time and then release them. Some items may need to be discarded entirely, while others can be given away if they no longer hold personal meaning for you. If an object feels like it carries lingering energy, but you wish to keep it, consider cleansing it through spiritual practices such as smudging with sage, placing it in sunlight, or using affirmations to infuse it with positive intention. Replacing these items with symbols of light can further shift the energy of your space. Fill your home with things that uplift you, artwork that inspires peace, objects that hold sentimental joy, and symbols of positivity and growth. Choose things that remind you of beauty, strength, and divine guidance. By doing so, you create an environment where love and clarity thrive, making it impossible for negativity to take root. Your home is your sanctuary. It should be a place where your soul feels nourished and protected. The energy within it shapes your thoughts, emotions, and even the experiences that come into your life. By clearing away symbols of darkness and negativity, you are making a powerful declaration that you choose peace over fear, love over distress, and light over shadow. When you create a space filled with harmony, you invite that same harmony into every area of your life. The energy of our surroundings directly influences the energy within us. Our homes are reflections of our minds, our emotions, and our inner state. When clutter piles up, when hoarded items take over our space, it is not just our physical environment that becomes chaotic. It is our mental and emotional well-being that suffers as well. Unresolved clutter holds stagnant energy, creating an atmosphere that feels heavy, overwhelming, and it blocks the flow of fresh new energy and keeps us tied to the past, preventing us from fully embracing the present or moving forward into a brighter future. Many people do not realize that clutter is more than just an accumulation of things. It is a manifestation of unresolved emotions, unhealed wounds, and subconscious fears. Every item we hold on to carries a story, a memory, or an attachment. Some things are kept out of love, but many are kept out of fear, the fear of letting go, the fear of loss, the fear of not having enough in the future. And so we surround ourselves with objects that no longer serve us, objects that represent past versions of ourselves, past relationships, or past struggles. These items act as anchors, keeping us tied to energies that may no longer align with who we are or who we want to become. Hoarded items in particular hold a deep emotional grip. Whether they are stacks of papers, unused clothing, broken appliances, or sentimental objects from years ago, they all represent something left unresolved. Sometimes people hold on to things because they remind them of a time when they felt happier or more secure. Other times they keep things out of guilt, believing that letting go would mean disrespecting the memory of a loved one or disregarding the effort that went into acquiring the item. But the truth is, these objects do not bring back the past. They do not fill emotional voids or make life more secure. Instead, they take up space, physically, emotionally, and mentally, leaving little room for new blessings to enter. When a home is cluttered, the mind struggles to find clarity. The visual chaos of disorganization sends signals to the brain that there is unfinished business, that there's too much to handle, that peace is out of reach. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, restlessness, and even fatigue. A cluttered space often results in a cluttered mind, making it difficult to focus, to feel calm, or to welcome new opportunities. It becomes a constant reminder of things that need attention, things that are unresolved, things that should have been let go of long ago. Not only does clutter affect the mind, but it also impacts emotions on a deeper level. Walking into a space filled with old, unnecessary belongings can trigger feelings of shame, regret, or sadness. It can reinforce limiting beliefs such as, I might need this someday, or I can't let go of this because it represents who I used to be. These beliefs keep us trapped in cycles of attachment and fear, making it harder to trust that life will always provide what we need when we need it. Letting go of clutter is a powerful act of self-care. It is an affirmation that we are ready to release the past and embrace the present with open arms. It is a declaration that we trust in the abundance of life, that we do not need to hold on to excess, and that we are worthy of a space that nurtures us rather than weighs us down. Clearing out unnecessary items creates space not only in our homes, but also in our hearts and minds. It allows fresh energy to flow, inviting new experiences, new perspectives, and new opportunities for growth. If the thought of decluttering feels overwhelming, start small. Choose one item today, just one that no longer serves you. Hold it in your hands and ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Does this support the person I am becoming? If the answer is no, then release it. With gratitude, thank it for the role it played in your life, and then let it go. Whether you donate it, throw it away, or pass it on to someone who truly needs it, the act of releasing sends a message to the universe that you are ready for something better. As you continue this process, you will feel a shift. Your home will begin to feel lighter, more peaceful, more aligned with the energy you want to invite into your life. Your mind will feel clearer, your emotions more balanced. You will notice how much easier it is to breathe, to focus, to relax. With each item you let go of, you reclaim your power. You free yourself from the weight of the past and create space for the future you desire. Your home should be a sanctuary, a place that reflects your highest self, a space that nurtures your soul and supports your dreams. When you clear the clutter, you make room for peace, for love, for abundance. You make room for the life you truly deserve. Let go with trust. Let go with love. And watch as new blessings flow effortlessly into your space and your life. The things we consume shape us. Just as the food we eat affects our physical health, the media we engage with influences our thoughts, emotions, and energy. Dark and violent entertainment may seem harmless, just a movie, just a song, just a video game. But everything carries energy. Every image, every word, every sound enters our subconscious mind, leaving an imprint that affects how we feel, how we think, and how we interact with the world. Many people do not realize that entertainment is more than just a pastime. It is programming. The things we watch, the music we listen to, and the stories we immerse ourselves in create emotional and psychological patterns. When someone constantly consumes media filled with anger, aggression, fear, or despair, those emotions start to take root in their own energy field. Over time, this can lead to increased anxiety, irritability, or even a sense of emotional numbness. The mind becomes desensitized to violence, cruelty, and suffering, making it easier to accept these things as normal rather than something to reject or rise above. Dark entertainment, whether it be horror movies, music filled with despair and rage, or video games centered around destruction, can subtly lower a person's vibration. Every piece of media carries an energetic frequency. Uplifting content raises our energy, making us feel hopeful, inspired, and at peace. Violent or disturbing content, on the other hand, pulls us into a heavier, denser state of being. It activates stress responses in the brain, keeping the body in a state of heightened alertness, even if the danger is only on a screen. This is why so many people feel drained after watching a horror movie or listening to music with dark, aggressive lyrics. It is not just entertainment, it is an energetic exchange. The mind absorbs what it is exposed to, and the body reacts accordingly. Even if someone consciously knows that a movie is fiction, the subconscious mind does not make that distinction. It processes images and emotions as if they are real, storing them in the body and nervous system. Over time, repeated exposure to dark and violent entertainment can contribute to feelings of unease, restlessness, or even a deep-seated sense of negativity that has no obvious source. The same applies to social media and news consumption. Many platforms thrive on fear, outrage, and shock. People spend hours scrolling through disturbing headlines, violent clips, and negative commentary, not realizing that this too is a form of entertainment that shapes their energy. The more we engage with negativity, the more we unconsciously seek it out, creating a cycle where fear and distress become the background noise of our daily lives. Some might argue that they enjoy dark entertainment because it helps them process their own fears or because it gives them an adrenaline rush. But the truth is, there are healthier ways to engage with emotions without immersing oneself in negativity. There are ways to explore deep, complex feelings through art, storytelling, and music that uplift rather than drain. The key is awareness, becoming conscious of what we allow into our minds and hearts, and recognizing the effect it has on our well-being. If you find yourself drawn to dark entertainment, ask yourself, how do I feel after watching this? Does it leave me feeling empowered and inspired, or does it leave me feeling tense, anxious, or heavy? If you notice that certain types of media leave you feeling worse, it may be time to shift your focus toward content that nurtures your spirit rather than depletes it. Choosing lighter, more positive forms of entertainment does not mean ignoring the realities of the world or pretending darkness does not exist. It simply means making a conscious decision about what kind of energy you want to invite into your life. There are endless ways to engage with stories, music, and art that uplift, heal, and expand your consciousness. There are movies that inspire courage, music that soothes the soul, books that spark joy and wisdom. The world is filled with beauty, and we have the power to choose what we focus on. Replacing violent and dark entertainment with more positive alternatives can have profound effects. You may find yourself feeling more at peace, more energized, and more emotionally balanced. Your thoughts become clearer, your interactions with others more compassionate. You begin to see the world through a lens of hope rather than fear. Every choice we make, no matter how small, shapes our reality. What we consume becomes part of us. By choosing entertainment that aligns with light, love, and growth, we elevate not only our own energy, but the collective energy of the world. Let us be mindful of what we feed our minds and hearts, and let us choose content that nourishes our highest self. Every object carries energy. Everything we bring into our space holds a vibration, a history, and an intention. A gift is not just a physical item. It is an extension of the person who gave it. It carries their thoughts, emotions, and most importantly, their intentions toward us. While gifts are often given out of love, gratitude, and kindness, there are times when they come with hidden motives. Accepting gifts from people with bad intentions can unknowingly invite negative energy into our lives, affecting us in ways we might not immediately recognize. Some gifts are given with strings attached. They are not acts of generosity, but tools of manipulation. When someone gives you something, they often expect something in return, sometimes spoken, sometimes unspoken. It may be a sense of obligation, a feeling of indebtedness, or a subtle way to keep a connection alive that you are trying to release. These gifts can be used as a way to control, to guilt, or to make you feel as if you owe something to the giver. When you accept such a gift, you may find yourself feeling uneasy, as if something isn't quite right. That is your intuition speaking to you, warning you that the energy behind this gesture is not pure. Then there are gifts given by people who secretly resent you. They smile as they hand you the present, but deep down, their heart carries jealousy, envy, or ill will. These gifts hold an energy that is not in alignment with love or goodwill. They can carry the emotional residue of the giver's bitterness, insecurity, or unspoken negativity. You may not notice it immediately, but over time you might feel drained, unsettled, or even experience unexpected misfortunes. And you can sometimes feel drained, unsettled, or even experience unexpected misfortune. This is because energy is real. And when we allow objects into our space that come from those who wish us harm, consciously or unconsciously, we allow their energy to linger in our lives. Some gifts are given as a way to keep a toxic connection alive. An ex-partner who refuses to let go might send flowers, jewelry, or sentimental items, hoping to stir emotions or create a pathway back into your life. A former friend who once betrayed you might offer a gift as a way to ease their own guilt. Not because they genuinely care about your well-being. These objects are not mere presents. They are anchors meant to keep you tied to the past, to old wounds, and to relationships that no longer serve your highest good. Objects themselves may seem harmless, but they absorb the energy of those who owned them, touched them, and carried them. Just as a cherished family heirloom can hold generations of love, wisdom, and warmth, a gift from someone with negative intentions can carry the weight of their emotions, resentment, deceit, or hidden agendas. If you have ever received a gift that made you feel uneasy, heavy, or conflicted, trust that feeling. It is your intuition guiding you to recognize that not everything given to you is meant for your highest good. So what should you do with gifts that come from people with bad intentions? The first step is awareness. Recognize that you are not obligated to keep something just because it was given to you. Your peace is more important than any material object. If a gift carries negative energy, it is completely okay to remove it from your space. You can donate it, return it, or dispose of it in a way that feels right to you. The most important thing is to release it with the intention of clearing your energy and making space for positive, loving vibrations. Another powerful practice is cleansing. If you feel that an object may carry unwanted energy, but you still wish to keep it, you can cleanse it with intention. Methods such as smudging with sage, placing it in sunlight or moonlight, or using salt can help neutralize lingering negativity. However, if you continue to feel uneasy about the item, trust yourself. Sometimes the best choice is simply to let it go. Your home is your sanctuary. Everything within it should uplift, support, and nurture you. You deserve to be surrounded by objects that carry warmth, love, and positive energy. If something feels off, do not ignore that feeling. Energy does not lie, and your inner wisdom always knows the truth. A true gift is given freely, with love, and without expectation. It brings joy, not unease. It adds to your life rather than drains it. Pay attention to how a gift makes you feel, not just in the moment you receive it, but in the days and weeks that follow. If it does not feel right, you have every right to remove it from your life without guilt. You are not obligated to keep what does not serve you. You are not bound to objects that carry energy you do not want. You have the power to clear your space, to protect your peace, and to choose what you allow into your life. When you release what is not meant for you, you make room for what is. Gifts of love, of kindness, of pure intention. You open the door for blessings that align with your highest self, and that is the greatest gift of all. Spiritual tools have been used for centuries to connect with higher realms, invite peace into our lives, and enhance our inner growth. Crystals, incense, tarot cards, meditation practices, and sacred symbols all carry powerful energy that can assist in healing, manifestation, and spiritual awakening. However, these tools are not inherently good or bad. They are simply amplifiers of intention. When used correctly, they can raise our vibration and bring clarity. But when used carelessly or with misguided intentions, they can invite confusion, stagnation, or even negativity into our lives. The first mistake many people make with spiritual tools is using them without understanding their true purpose. Some people collect crystals, burn sage, or use divination cards simply because they have heard they are spiritual, without truly connecting with their energy. They may place crystals around their home, expecting them to work like magic without ever cleansing or charging them. They may burn sage without realizing that it is not just about removing negative energy, but also about setting clear intentions for what energy they want to bring in. Spiritual tools require respect, understanding, and mindfulness to be effective. Simply possessing them is not enough. They must be used with clarity and purpose. Another common issue is using spiritual tools as a substitute for inner work. Some people turn to tarot cards for every decision, hoping for an answer outside of themselves instead of learning to trust their intuition. Others rely on manifestation techniques, repeating affirmations or scripting desires without taking the necessary actions to create real change. Spirituality is not about bypassing personal responsibility. It is about alignment. Aligning thoughts, actions, and energy with the life we wish to create. If spiritual tools become a way to avoid doing the inner healing, they lose their power and become nothing more than empty rituals. There is also the risk of using spiritual tools with fearful or desperate energy. Some people turn to divination or rituals in moments of anxiety, trying to force an outcome instead of trusting the natural flow of the universe. When fear is the driving force, the energy behind the practice becomes unbalanced. Instead of bringing peace and clarity, it can amplify worry and create a cycle of dependence on external tools, rather than developing a deep trust in oneself and the divine. Spiritual tools should empower, not create more fear. Another misuse of spiritual tools comes from mixing energies without awareness. Not all spiritual practices or tools work well together. Some traditions have specific rituals and energetic alignments that do not mix with others. For example, certain crystals amplify energy while others absorb it. And using them together without understanding their properties can create energetic imbalances. Similarly, using symbols or chants from different traditions without understanding their origins and meanings can lead to confusion rather than clarity. Spirituality is about intention and respect. When tools are used carelessly or without awareness, they lose their sacredness. Many people also fall into the trap of seeking power rather than wisdom. Some individuals use spiritual tools in an attempt to control situations or influence others rather than focusing on their own growth. They may use manifestation techniques with a mindset of greed, trying to force things to happen instead of allowing what is meant for them to unfold naturally. They may turn to spiritual practices not for healing, but to feel superior or more enlightened than others. True spirituality is never about control or superiority. It is about love, wisdom, and connection. When spiritual tools are used with ego rather than sincerity, they lose their true power. The most important thing to remember is that spiritual tools are meant to support and enhance our journey, not replace our inner work or intuition. They are bridges, not shortcuts. They do not hold power on their own. Their power comes from the energy and intention we bring to them. A crystal is just a stone until it is charged with intention. A tarot deck is just a set of cards until it is used with clarity and wisdom. Meditation is just a practice until it is done with presence and openness. To use spiritual tools correctly, we must first cultivate awareness. We must understand their purpose, approach them with respect, and use them as guides rather than crutches. We must cleanse and care for them, ensuring they are not carrying stagnant or negative energy, Most importantly, we must always remember that true power comes from within. No tool, no object, no ritual will ever be more powerful than our own alignment with the divine. Spirituality is not about what we own, what we practice, or what tools we use. It is about how we live, how we love, and how we grow. When used correctly, spiritual tools can be beautiful allies on our journey. But when misused, they can become distractions that pull us away from the very wisdom we seek. True transformation comes not from the tools themselves, but from the heart and soul of the person using them.